Hello ladies and gentlemen, this is One Skill and welcome to my channel. Tonight I will teach you how to create a drop-down menu for your PowerPoint presentation. And you might ask me, hey One Skill, why on earth would I need a drop-down menu for my presentation? Well, I think it's a really cool, new and awesome way to navigate your audience through a presentation. Just look at this. You can click on the menu items and boom, you get your drop-down menus. And inside of those drop-down menus you have different links like nature, animals, city. And you can click on them and you go to a specific slide. So how cool is that? I think that's really cool and that's what we're going to learn tonight. So keep on watching. So here are the 4 steps that we have to complete in order to create a drop-down menu. And the first step is we have to create a home page slide. What do I mean home page slide? So slide something like this with background and all with the menu items. So let's create a blank presentation and we will start everything from scratch. So first thing we have to do is we have to find a nice beautiful photo that will be our background. A good place to find free high-quality photos is the website unsplash.com. If you haven't checked this website already, so please check it out, it's really cool. And I have chosen this photo with nice night sky, so let me just copy it from my original presentation and paste it over here to the presentation that we're working currently right now. Go to Shapes, select a rectangle tool and draw a nice long rectangle that covers the whole slide. I mean the width is as the whole slide, and make it black. This will be our header of our homepage slide. And actually let me make the fill color of the header the exact color as I had in my original presentation. And I will do that by selecting the eyedropper tool and copying the fill color. So that's pretty useful tool, eyedropper. If you are not using eyedropper tool, I would recommend. It's really cool and it saves you time. So make sure that your header is aligned nicely to the top of the slide. And if you would like to use the exact fill color for the header, here are the RGB values, red 34, green 35 and blue 38. So just input the same RGB values and you will get the exact fill color for your header. Of course, you can make it green or red, it's up to you. And now let's type some text inside our header. Font I'm using for my header is called Seago UI Lite. Font size 18. Let me set the header font color to something like gray, so it's not completely white. Select the header, press copy, and paste it with your keyboard. Resize this header so that we will make a first menu item out of this rectangle. And type in something like menu item number 1, and with the help of the shortcut Ctrl+D, duplicate a few more times so that you get 4 menu items in total. Now with the help of Shift key, select all of them, group them together and align them to the center of the slide. Now you can ungroup them and let's continue working further. And let's make the menu items, menu buttons, call them the way you want them, a little bit transparent so that we can see some of that beautiful sky behind the menu items, menu buttons. So we have completed our first step. We have created a homepage slide. And now we have to create slides with drop-down menus. So let's insert a new slide. Duplicate the first slide. And now we have to create something like this. We have to create a drop-down menu. So how do we do that? Let me show you. So first, let's change the fill color of our first menu item to some kind of gray color. Let's set the font color to white. And let's set back the transparency to 0 so that the first menu item is not transparent. OK. Now duplicate the first menu item, delete the text, and resize the rectangle so it looks like a line. And set fill color to some kind of green, and align this line or small rectangle to the bottom of the first menu item. Now duplicate the first menu item once again, align it to the top, and drag it down. Delete all of the text, we don't need text here. And let's send back this element to the backwards, so that we can see the text of the first menu item. And once again, select the first menu item and duplicate it. And let me change the fill color of this element so that you can see what I'm doing. Now we will create links for this drop-down menu. So let's create a couple of links. As you can see in the original presentation we had 3 links, so we can make 3 links here as well. In my original presentation, I had these nice arrows. And if you would like to create an arrow for yourself, it's pretty easy to do. There's an Alt code, so you have to press the Alt key on your keyboard and then type numbers 1 and 6, and you will get an arrow. And just make sure that the font of an arrow is something like Arial or any other font than the Seago UI Lite, because with the Seago UI Lite arrows look pretty small, and that's not so cool. You want your arrows big and strong, you know? Okay, so now that we're finished with our links, let's set the fill color the same as the drop-down menu, so that everything is in perfect harmony. Okay, so we are still not completed with the second step. We have to create drop-down menus for each of the menu items, and so far we have just created a drop-down menu only for the first menu item. So let me create the other slides for the rest of the menu items. Okay, so now we have drop-down menus for all of our menu items. And now I think we're really completed the second step. Now we have to create content slides. So content slide is a slide that you go to when you click on your links. For example, you click on link number 1 and you will go to some specific content slide. Let me change the name of my first menu item to something like photos. And let's say that the first link will go to a photo of a fox. Okie dokie. So now let's duplicate the current slide and let's send the duplicate to the back of the presentation. Out of this slide we will make a content slide for our Foxy. So let's delete all of the rest of the menu items, we don't need them. As well, let's delete the photo with the beautiful stars. And let me copy the fox slide, fox photo from my original presentation and paste it over here. And make sure you send photo to back so that you do not obstruct your header and your beautiful drop-down menu. And make the font of Fox white and arrow green, so this will indicate that now this link is activated. Okie dokie, and now we can make a content slide for city. So let's paste a beautiful photo with some red transportation. And now make the city link activated. So font white and arrow green. And for the Fox link, for the Fox text, make it gray so it's not activated. Hooray! So it seems like we have created our content slides, which means we have completed the third step. And now let's continue with inserting hyperlinks. Hyperlinks is where the magic happens. And just before that, let's make sure that transitions of our slides is set to fade. Duration of transition is 0.4 seconds and let's apply it to all slides. This will make a nice transition for our slides. So how do you insert a hyperlink? So first, select the first menu item, go to Insert section and click on Hyperlink. Now click on Place in this document and find a slide which has the first drop-down menu. In this case, this is slide number 3. Click OK. And let's see it in action. How does it look? So we click on menu item number 1 and we go to the slide with the first drop-down menu. Just make sure that in the home page slide you have written photos in your first menu item, so that it stays consistent in both slides. Boom! So there you have it. And there is a shortcut for inserting hyperlinks. Ctrl key plus K. And in the same way, insert the appropriate hyperlinks to the rest of your menu items. Another important thing you have to do, go to Slideshow, click on Setup Slideshow, and make sure that the bubble browsed at a kiosk is activated. This will make sure that you navigate your slide only with the help of the mouse, and you will not accidentally mess up your slideshow by accidentally pressing any keyboard key. Okay? Now the second step, what we want to do is that when we go away from the drop-down menu, we want the drop-down menu to automatically collapse. And how can we achieve that? So go to the slide where you have your first drop-down menu and click on the background. Then go to Insert tab and choose Action. Go to Mouse Over, select Hyperlink to, and let's set Hyperlink to the homepage slide. So let's see how does it look in action. So we click on the first menu item, we get our drop-down menu, and when we go away, we go to the first slide. In this case, we have to set it to the second slide, because second slide is our homepage slide. First slide is only with all of the steps. So make sure hyperlink links to the second slide, and let's test it out again. Click, we get our drop-down menu, we move away the mouse, and the drop-down menu collapses automatically. How cool is that? Awesome! And make sure that this hyperlinking to the homepage slide is placed on all of the backgrounds. I mean, on all of the slides with drop-down menus. So here as well, here as well, and here as well. Nice! Also make sure that if you have some text like photos, it stays consistent through all of your slides. Okay, now we want to add links to our links. That sounds funny, but that's what we want to do. When we click on Fox, we want to go to the slide with the Fox photo. So choose the correct slide and let's test it out. So collapsing works fine, and Fox works fine as well. Nice. And how do we get back? How do we get back to our homepage slide? So let's click Photos and let's insert hyperlink to our homepage slide, so that when we click on Photos, we can get back to our homepage slide. Okay, click on Photos and we come back. So as you can see, it's pretty easy. You just have to link the slides in the way that you want. That's all. Let's make a link for the city as well. Just make sure that in the city slide, the Fox link is clickable as well. And in the Fox slide, we have to make city clickable as well. So you just have to insert links, either by pressing the hyperlink button or with the shortcut Ctrl+K. And just choose the appropriate slide from the list. So we go to Fox slide, and now if we click on city, we can go to city, and vice versa. Click on Photos and you come back to your homepage slide. Beautiful! So here you go. You have completed all of the 4 steps, and now you are certified drop-down menu maker for your PowerPoint presentation. How cool is that? Congratulations! Thank you for watching this video. It was really very nice experience for myself as well to create drop-down menus, and I think and I hope it was interesting for you to watch. So thank you for watching,